Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be fixing this 2019 DAF XF which has been on the side. We're going to be fixing this cab. I'm just going to take the cab off, and the chassis definitely twisted down the back. When you stand down the back you can see the twist effect. Luckily it landed on something soft, so it's not too bad. But we're going to take the cab off and we're going to see how bad it is. And we actually got two of them trucks, two more trucks of this company, one which arrived before Christmas nearly the same time as this, and one just arrived last week. DAF, which arrived last week, I think we're gonna have to put a new cab on it, and we're gonna wait for the new cab a few months, I bet, because for that one what we got here before Christmas, we're still waiting for the cab, and we've been told it's coming March, so they have to wait. But I'm going to take this cab off and probably catch you guys when the cab is off, because I'm going to strip it all. You've seen it all. I'll put it on the jig. I've got a jig set up here. I'll put it on the jig, then I'll catch you guys then. Okay guys, we've got this cab off, ready there. But basically first what we're going to do is going to be stripping this chassis there, because that chassis is twisted. I might put it on a wide angle. This chassis is twisted there. This side is 20mm higher comparing to this side, so from that point to this point it's 20mm difference, so the chassis is definitely twisted, and further out you go, so 20mm here, but as soon as you go that width from there to there it'll probably be 40mm, and the back end is twisted as well. Back end, so this side chassis front is up but the back end is down, so you've got that kind of twist effect front and up and the back. So we're going to go and strip all this so we can send it to the chassisalignment.co.uk to Wisbech, to the boys, and then when this is stripped, sent away, I can start doing this cab, because you can see there's a bit damage down the back as well. Damage down the back, but I'm going to replace all this side with all of the bits. Hopefully they should be here. We've got the door already here, but the side panel might be a few days, but I'm gonna need to strip it inside first and then clean it first, because it's a mess. Lots of bits inside, glass, as you would expect from being in a dike. So let's do it. Right guys, all stripped. This side's all nicely stripped, tanks and exhaust off, and we're gonna be taking the fifth wheel off, and we are ready to take this engine out because the chassis is bent in the front and the engine mount is snapped there. You can see engine mount is snapped, so them two engine mounts, both ends needs to be off. But when they had an accident and it went on the side, the engine pushed the chassis over, so that edge there is like that. I'll show you when this engine is off and that engine mount. So we've got pretty much stripped everything. I'm not sure if we're going to take the axle off or not. So I probably, yeah, it's 4:30 nearly now. It's Friday anyway, so we're going home in a minute. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Right guys, the engine is out, the chassis is definitely bent. I even removed them engine mounts on the side. As you can see there, that side there, that chassis is definitely bent. When that engine mount is the same on that side, and the back end, I'll give you a closer shot to the back end, you will see it. The back end is bent round. The back end, the chassis is going like that. So, and the engine mounts sitting here, that's all snapped, and we're going to replace them both anyway. And I pretty much removed everything what it needs to take it to the chassis boys. And like I said, that front corner is 20 mil up and the back corner is 20 mil down, and the back end is over. So the boys going to do the magic to trying to put it straight as they normally do, and we're going to send it away. And we're not going to start repairing this cap because the cap is already here sitting waiting. We've got all the bits for it now. I've got the side panel door, little side trim, everything, so I'll crack on with that. So let's do it. So I've got everything stripped, all inside, outside. I even removed the locker doors and the deflectors, and I probably forgot to put the, can't press the record button on the camera. And the first one I'm going to do is going to be fixing this post. I'm going to put it on the wide angle, see more, because that post here on that edge is pushed in a bit, so I will need to pull this out. I grab where the hinges are, top and bottom, and pull it a bit so make this line straight here. Then I can put the door on. Then this is pretty soft actually, to be honest. There is not actually A or B post there. Basically the post is made from this side panel and the inner skin, which is, that's it. So very soft, no wonder it went in so easy. And when I've got the door on, when I pull this post, when I've got the door on, then I will be able to see how far I need to pull that post so the door is lining up. Then I'll start process of cutting all off. So let's do it. Door is on, but it's actually miles away, miles out. You can see how big the gap is on the post there, and that's still overlapping that side panel quite a bit on the top. Ideally, what I need to do, I will need to pull this out a bit, so I will make this line from there to that straight. As you can tell, that's all bent, but from this point to the point there, that should be straight. I will pull this out, then I pretty much will measure the opening from here to this point, like I showed you on previous jobs, and then I can measure and I will know how far this post is back, because the post is back to me. It looks to me like the post is back. It don't really look too bad, it's only scratched or dented gently, but it's actually pushed back. So I will pull the side panel and then we go from there. Alright, let's do it together. I'm just going to show you, try to set on my camera the best I can, but like I said earlier, it's not going to be very strong because it's only like a side panel it makes in the post, so I will try to pull it out and we'll see how far I can get. Fraction more and we should be alright. The thing is, I have to overstretch it to make it stay when I want it to stay, and that's probably denting this back panel because it's overstretched and out of shape basically when I overstretch. So fraction more, but I think I might just put a clamp there and pull it there gently. Right guys, I've got a pole pretty straight, and I quickly measured the other side. Well, you put it on a wide angle now, but it's very soft, pretty much straight. And obviously when I'm going to put a new side panel, that will obviously put this panel straight. And some of you probably know, how do I know if that's not back? Basically this inner section is pretty much perfect shape. It's not creased, it's not dented, so that's how I know that's not back. Because to move all this back, all this will on the back there will be crumbled and everything else. And I quickly measured the other side from that point where the middle bolt of the hinges to the point where the catch is. It's this side is about 10 mil shorter, so that means that post here wants to go 10 mil forward. So we'll put a dozer on the front, and probably tomorrow, because it's getting late in the day, and I've been half a day I've been fixing the other truck, what I've done a couple of weeks ago, putting the fifth wheel on it and the run-up ramps. DAF, what we took the engine out and repaired the cab and squared the chassis and all that. So I've been doing that half a day. So it comes tomorrow, because it's 4:45 now. So I clean my tools, and I will put a dozer on the front. Hopefully this chassis will go one day, but the Dave and team are very busy at the moment, and they don't want this till probably end of next week, so probably have to be sit there. But I will pull this front out, make that square, make that door fit. Then I will start process of cutting this side off. We've got them two panels already here, and start repairing this gap so we can paint it when the chassis is away or something like that. Ideally the chassis wants to be away now when I'm fixing this. As soon as I fix that, I can pass it to the boys in the paint shop, and I can start building the chassis up. But it's what it is, the boys are busy, so catch you guys tomorrow. Right, all pulled, the door fits pretty good now, and as you can tell that gap is quite even there. And I will just take the door off and start drilling this panel off. All the panels cut off, and I even went and pulled it there, because when I stood there and looked at it, that intersection here just was in a bit, but it's very soft. I could nearly push it with my foot from the other side, but I put a dozer on and everything else. But you can just see how rusty that is when the panels joined together everywhere, all the way around. And this is a 3-year-old truck. So I don't think they galvanized the panels, to be honest. on them DAFs. On the Scania definitely galvanized, but not on the DAF, I don't think. And especially when you got a 5 or 10-year-old truck, obviously it's like posh rotten, but that's how it is. I'm just going to clean all this, spray some rust preventer, aerosol, and start prepping the new panel on, so we can try it on and go from there. Right guys, it's all done. All bodywork, metalwork on the cab is pretty much fixed. I even went ahead and repaired the back end here and there. That's all done. Door fits 100% perfectly. And a few dents on that A-pillar there, but I just knocked them out, not a problem. And the next stage is obviously going to be get this painted. So the chassis is still here. Dave been from chassis alignment.org.uk, they've been a look at this and a look on the other truck what we've got here. We've got Scania, 19 reg Scania, 69 reg. We've got Scania there with not much damage on the cab, but there's a lot of damage on the chassis. Chassis is definitely twisted. I don't know what happened to it, but we have to strip it basically like this. So we're going to take the cab off, engine, strip everything, the chassis have to be fixed. Right guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish this truck by next weekend. If not, I'll bring something else. We've got the Scania, 19 reg Scania here. So strip, take the cab off. And if not, you have to wait a week or two for completion of this truck. So thank you for watching. See you on the next one.